Really, Microsoft and Machinima? Really? You're doing this? Of all things? I'm Keen47, aka Wolfkeen, and welcome to another edition of a Wolf's Word Special. Today on a Wolf's Word Special, I just found out some pretty startling news. Apparently, I've been hearing that Microsoft and Machinima are actually working together in many aspects. I knew this was happening since the Xbox 360. After all, Machinima has a channel, like an app, on Xbox 360, the Machinima app, which allows them to promote their top partners on YouTube through their Machinima app on Xbox 360. I knew they were already partnered to begin with, so when someone told me, Machinima and Microsoft are partnering, I was like, I already know that. That's nothing major. But then I found this out. Apparently, Machinima and Microsoft are doing a deal for their partners on Machinima. Some of them, at least. I don't know how many of them are actually doing this, but apparently some of the partner channels on Machinima are being paid to say nothing but good things about the Xbox One, so Xbox One sales will jump. Because right now, yes, the Xbox One is doing good in sales, but it's not doing what they predicted. They predicted the Xbox One to do leagues better than how it did now. But then again, that's due to a lot of problems that happened in the past. But let me get on to it. Like, I'm going to go to the website right now because I actually have the link for the website that says this. I went to joystick.com. And I found this out. It says, Microsoft recognizes YouTubers as influence but wants rules. It says, a recent marketing promotion between Microsoft and Machinima has sparked a discussion about the ethics of how YouTubers make a living. It says, promotion where Microsoft through Machinima could pay YouTubers up to $4,000 basically, for a video featuring Xbox One content with the proviso that the YouTuber could not say anything negative or disregarding about Machinima, Xbox One, or any of its games in your campaign video. So what they're basically saying is that Machinima and Microsoft are paying Machinima partners to make an Xbox One promotional video basically talking about nothing but the good things about the Xbox One. There is a lot of problems I have with this aspect, because this was the same thing that happened with Battlefield 3. This is why Battlefield 3 got panned so badly by some of the fan base, because you saw some Call of Duty players playing Battlefield due to them being paid by EA because of Medal of Honor Warfighter doing so badly. Microsoft, if you really want people to want to buy your console, you need to give us things we want to see. I mean, think about it. PlayStation has been giving us a lot of things we want to see. With the PlayStation Now program, for instance. With PlayStation now they give us the ability for backwards capability of PS3, PS2, and possibly PS1 games. Why not have a program like that, Microsoft? Like, release a program so we can play 360 games and regular Xbox games. That would help you out. Get me? Like, that would give your demographic more things to want for the Xbox One. I mean, let's look at it this way. The Xbox One does not have a lot of games going for it. It has Rise, Son of Rome, which isn't really a great game. It's a good game to show off its graphics, but nothing really else. Dead Rising 3, which is debatable in many areas. If you're a Dead Rising fan, you're going to like it. If you're not, you're going to hate it. Killer Instinct, which is debatable as well if you're a fighting game fan or not. And I don't know any other games on Xbox One. Granted, PS4 has not had great games either, but they're at least listening to their viewers and they're giving good free games. Like, the newest free game that came out on Sony was Don't Starve, which has actually been optimized really well for the PlayStation 4 version. You would think, oh, this game's not going to play well on consoles. They actually did a pretty damn good job optimizing Don't Starve for the PS4. The Xbox One, however, is not offering anything. I mean, besides the TV function, but really, who's going to want to go on Xbox One to play to watch TV? I mean, that's what your cable box is for. It says, reaction to the story has been mixed. Product placement is nothing new, and some dismiss it as standard marketing practice, while others are raising questions about the ethical concerns. Do or should YouTubers have to acknowledge when they are being paid to play or discuss a particular product? From us, the news angle here is that Microsoft is recognizing the YouTubers as key influencers. The audience will need to make a determination about the level of transparency they expect from these folks, and the YouTubers will have to decide their personal rules. So what they're basically saying is if you think about it this way, let me say this. Say I was a Machinima partner, and Microsoft told me to say nothing but good things about the Xbox One, when in reality, I've gone on record in previous videos saying I don't like the Xbox One. This would make me out to be extremely two-faced in many cases. Like, this would make me out to be extremely two-faced. And what would happen if I did say more negative things about the Xbox One? They could have the right to take my channel or my video down. This really makes you wonder, being a part of like multi-channel, multimedia networks. I forgot, MCNs, multi-channel networks. There we go, MCNs, multi-channel networks. It really makes you wonder if being a part of multi-channel networks, at least certain ones, is a good idea. Because of this turn of events, this means that if you're a part of Machinima and you say anything negative about the Xbox One from here on forward, if they paid you already for it, you're going to get in trouble, which is really stupid if you ask my honest opinion. Yes, YouTubers are a key factor when it comes to consoles and stuff like that, but you want to be smart with your demographic. You don't want to be stupid like this. And the fact that they've been exposed already, and you know the cat's out the bag in there already, people have been making videos about this massively. Don't get me wrong, I'm not being an extremist or anything like that, because I'm not a part of those kind of MCNs. I'm a part of Smosh Games Alliance, which is a part of Alloy Inc. That is a very small MCN, so they haven't contacted me about me having to do this or anything like that, which I'm glad about, because if they told me I had to do this, I probably would leave, because I probably would leave my partnership, because if they told me to do something like that, I would be like, no, I'm not going to do that, because that goes against everything that I stand for in my channel. On my channel, I'm here to give you the truth and nothing but the truth, and go through all of the bullshit for you. This policy where Microsoft and Machinima are going to be working together to basically bring good press to the Xbox One, basically bringing up, you know, nothing but positive things for the Xbox One, kind of makes you wonder in some cases. Like, if you have a favorite Machinima channel, and all of a sudden they're saying nothing but good things about the Xbox One after going on record saying bad things about the Xbox One, you're going to be like, wait a minute, why are you saying bad things about that console? I feel like this agreement, in many cases, is gonna make people look at their favorite YouTubers in a different light in some cases. Because, if you're a real YouTuber, a real person who brings this kind of information and stuff like that, then you're not gonna go in with this kind of stuff. You're not gonna agree to this agreement. Because, really, guys, like, I really don't think this is a good idea. I think this is a bad idea in many cases to do this. Because if you agree to do this policy with Microsoft and Machinima, they're going to have you under their control, basically. Because they're going to have you on a leash. If you say, sure, I'll do it. And what if you do run into more legitimate problems about the Xbox One, or more problems emerge with the Xbox One later? You're gonna be like, you're gonna regret making this decision, because you won't be able to, you know, report on it. Like, if something happens, you can't report on it because it's negative, and if you say something, you're gonna end up losing your channel, your partnership, or even your video, or all three. So this is like a really hard thing to do, because if you make the wrong decision, this could affect you for a while. And I know a lot of people are about to say, oh, you're only doing this because Microsoft is doing it. No, if Sony was doing it, I would call it out too. You know me, guys. I call out whenever any console does something stupid. Get me? If any console does this, like when Nintendo did their copyright policies, I called out on it. When Xbox did their always online DRM, I called out on it. When Sony was actually doing, I don't know if I've ever called upon Sony in many cases. Because the thing is, I didn't start owning a Sony console until 2010, after PlayStation got hacked. So I didn't run into many problems with Sony yet, but if Sony was to have any problems and I was, you know, against it, I would call upon it. Like, that's the thing with me. I don't choose consoles. Get me? Like, I don't choose consoles to defend or anything like that. If someone messes up, I'm going to call on it. I'm not going to pick a side. That's not how I am. I'm basically talking about this situation because I want you to be aware of it. So if you're watching your favorite YouTube Machinima partners and stuff like that, and they start saying, you know, good things about the Xbox One, try to figure out if this is really the case. Because Microsoft has been doing this lately. They've been trying to find ways to sell Xbox Ones over to PS4 in many cases. Like, there have been some GameStops that are having signs explaining Microsoft's policies right now. There have been some GameStops that actually don't sell PS4s, even though they do have PS4s. And there are some GameStops that say, oh, PS4 sucks, you should buy an Xbox One. Don't believe me? I went to a GameStop in Manhattan once, and I was asking about these two consoles, and they told me, oh, the PS4 has overheating issues. The Xbox One actually works very, very well, and the warranty is worth it. I was like, okay, but what does the warranty for PS4 offer? And they're like, we don't have one. And I'm like, why don't you have one? Like, it's really stupid. Like, some of these policies and stuff like that, it's like, I don't know what's going on with Microsoft. I don't know if Microsoft is really involved in the GameStop debacle, but we know for a fact they're involved in this Machinima and other stuff like that debacle. Look, I'm not saying anything bad about my, Xbox. Okay, yeah, I am in some cases, but I'm not going completely off the rails like, Xbox One fails again, don't buy this console, don't support Microsoft or anything like that. No, keep your ears to the ground. That's all I'm saying. Keep your ears to the ground and pay attention to this. If it gets worse, I will report on it again. But for now, I wanted to let you know about this situation and my opinion about this. My opinion about this situation is, yes, I can see this as a lucrative business in many cases, but I can also see this as a double-edged sword because, what if something wrong goes on with the console, like something new, like Xbox One gets hacked, or Xbox One has, like, a faulty something inside their console that was just now discovered, and, you know, all the consoles have that, and they have to recall them, and, you know, YouTubers can't report on it due to them signing this contract stating that they're not allowed to talk negatively about the Xbox One. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. I want to make people aware of this situation because I really feel like this is not a good situation to be a part of, at least for, some of the Machinima partners. I don't know if any other partner is a part of this, like Polaris, Fullscreen, or anything like that. I don't know. You can leave a comment below. If you want to read the article that I found, you can go to the description below, and I'll also try to find other links that I can leave down there as well. So, guys, that's my thoughts on this Microsoft Machinima partnership that I found out about. I don't know what else to say about it. All I can say is keep your ears to the ground and keep your eyes open because, you know, we may need to be more aware than ever about this situation. Like I said, if other consoles did this, I would call them out on it too. It's not just Microsoft that gets the beating. I beat on every console that deserves it. So, guys, until next time, I'm Keen47, aka Wolfkeen, and this has been a Wolf's Word special. So until next time, take care.